Hello and welcome back to another Grand Cross Age of Titans video. Before I do get into this video, I just do want to say something real quick. Um, Whenever I do these types of videos, I know some people happen to disagree with what I say, or have a different opinion, something of the matter. I'm all for you guys writing your own opinions in the comments. Just try to keep it as, nice as we can. We can all have a different opinion. But at the end of the day, we all want the game to get better. We all want stuff to be reverted. We all want everyone to have an enjoyable gaming experience. So let's go ahead and get started on some of the exciting news. So I did happen to read this around 6 o'clock this morning, but it looks like we got a new executive producer and director for Grand Cross. So for the last couple months, we have been kind of tiptoeing around the issue, I guess. We all knew that someone was going to be getting replaced. They said that someone was no longer working for the company and they were looking for someone to take over. So it looks like we have, I'm going to assume it's Mr. Choi. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not going to try to pronounce the person's first name because I will just completely botch it. So let's take a look and see what their greeting is, and I know that there's another dev note, so we're going to take a peek at that too. So this video is going to be a little bit longer. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot of opinion, and so just sit back, relax, and let's dive into this together. So he says, "Hello, Saviors. I am Mr. Troy, the new PD for Grand Cross Age of Titans. I've been waiting for the right time to introduce myself, as our studio has recently gone through some big changes due to organizational structure, which took some time. I am very glad to finally be able to say hello to you and would like to thank you for your patience. As your new leader, I am dedicated to bringing positive new changes that our Saviors would like to see in our game. I eagerly anticipate your support through the journey ahead. While analyzing Saviors' feedback and various indicators, our development team has identified several issues in our past update process. Driven by the company-led initiative to reverse the current situation, we have invested time reworking our update roadmap for the first half of 2024. Before I continue, I want to apologize for the delay in our communication. With a firm resolve to avoid repeating the same mistakes and to deliver more satisfying content to our Saviors, we have prepared a plan for the next 6 months, which I will share with you today." So like I've stated in videos prior, this is my first time dealing with Netmarble as a company. I know some people have, certain problems with them, bad experiences, etc., but I'm going into this brand new. I'm going to give them as much support as I am capable of giving. So this first couple paragraphs here seem like a good introduction. They are accounting for their issues in the second paragraph, their understanding, and they're apologizing. So that's always a very, very, very good start. Some companies that I have dealt with, gaming in the past, they don't even recognize their own mistakes. So even seeing something like that is always super nice. So when I first read this, I really liked that portion, although I know some of you may not, or whatever the case may be. Future direction for updates in 2024. Looking back on our past work since the global release on August 9th, I feel that our updates have been centered around changing and improving the existing rules and events, rather than providing new sources of fun. That is totally true. The only new things that we've really gotten is Parallel World, which is kind of like a mini KVK where we wait for KVK, and the Cross Dimension. Not a lot of fighting, not a lot of action. Kind of hard for someone like myself to make content off of, where I've done more dev notes, known issues, and update videos, and single hero testing than anything. To turn things around, we have reached a decision that will shape the trajectory of the upcoming updates in the first half of 2024, and I will explain it in this letter, which he does. Pardon me. To begin with, after the update of Season 2, we plan to add at least one brand new content and one improved version of existing content every month. That is big. Introducing new content along with a new updated and improved version, every month is a lot. If you go to other games, maybe something, let's say like Clash of Clans, they just released Town Hall 15, I think, that is coming in a few days. They add something new once a year. Like the biggest update that they do is once a year. So depending how big this is, that it might keep us occupied for a very, very, very long time. And as long as they revert the changes that a lot of us are having problems with that they did, we could bring this game back on the market and on the map, and we're gonna get so many more players, a lot of new faces, some returning players who have left. This game is going to be booming because it definitely has the potential to. They just have to listen to their player base a little bit more, and I'm hoping that the new person who has taken over is really going to do that. This is expected to bring new fun and excitement to the game and increase the enjoyment and quality of life, which were lacking in some of the old content. Additionally, we also plan to introduce new minigame style events every month. That is amazing. I know games like Rise of Kingdoms and Call of Dragons really do have something new every month to do, whether it's just a little event for, like Thanksgiving, there's special stuff for it, It's typically once a month with a couple other little mini games to play inside that really give a lot of stuff for free to play. And I know it said quality of life, which is probably part of the burnout, which at this point I understand. I am currently experiencing quite a bit of burnout from Grand Cross. I have been farming more than I have done really anything else, and I'm getting very, very, very bored of it. So hopefully this is going to be great. I kind of have a game plan going forward, and how to prep for KVK, which they do state the date down below. So we'll talk about that once we get to it. Furthermore, we will allocate a greater portion of our development resources to engage with the community, enabling quicker responses to requests from saviors across various channels. I don't know if it's just me, but I have never seen any of the GMs or CMs talk in their Discord chat. And that would be amazing if they would at least just reply to the non-nasty comments. I know that there's so many horrible and nasty comments in there just because people are frustrated and they don't want to give up on the game, but they are not liking the direction. So this is the agenda for 2024. So new and then improved down below, right? So in January, we're getting KVK, which is going to be January 24th down here. Next, we're going to get PvE content, which is player versus everyone. And then we're going to get improvements to Cross Dimension in February. March, we're going to get a Titan growth and a Hero growth expansion. That is an interesting topic, and we will get to that. In April, we're going to have a Alliance versus Alliance, R versus R. I don't know what the R versus R is. Maybe someone else can know. And then Alliance content improvement. In May, we're going to get another large-scale Kingdom event. And then we're going to get territory capturing method improvement. In June, we're going to get some new tutorials and quality of life improvements. What any of that means, I'm not even going to guess. The only thing I know of is KVK, thanks to all the other games that I played. So here we go. In our previous announcement through the November 10th developer note, we shared plans for the Season 2 update scheduled for December. Unfortunately, due to a recent revamp plan, the timeline has been adjusted, and I sincerely apologize for the delay. After careful consideration of our current development process, we have reached a difficult decision that pushing for the December update may lead to more disappointments, and we need more time to do further testing and raise the content's quality up a notch. We understand that many saviors have been early anticipating the arrival of Season 2, and I want to assure you that the new content will now be introduced on January 24th. So I'm going to pause for a couple seconds. One, I have to cough. But two, let that soak in for a second. This paragraph, well, these 3 paragraphs are super, super, super important. After this new dev came in, that old timeline that we were supposed to get KVK in about a week and a half, he came in, looked at it, saw it, looked at all of our input, and said, you know what, we're not rolling this out yet. It's not good enough because of what everyone is saying. That is my personal opinion on what he is saying, and I think that is great, but they have to throw something in the middle in order to make us do something. I know some of us might get a parallel world again. That is fine, but you have to add some way for us to get our troops back. We pour through millions of troops. Some of us still haven't gotten them back because we're waiting specifically for KVK, for the pre-KVK events, if there are any. So that is great, but we do really need something. February update. Currently, there is less than sufficient content available for our saviors in our game. Agreed. To address this, we plan to simultaneously introduce a new PvE content that saviors can enjoy at any time, regardless of event or kingdom schedules, while improving on cross dimension. That sounds pretty cool. I will be a bit more straightforward about cross dimension. Perfect. As of now, cross dimension divides kingdoms into three factions, irrespective of their creation dates, and allows them to participate in various missions and R&R activities. However, because the gap in kingdom's creation date can be quite big, the current matchmaking system cannot provide satisfactory results no matter how the kingdoms are matched. That is true. People want to go on the cross dimension because it's fighting, it's something new to do, and it's fun, but sometimes it's not fair. Recognizing this issue, I considered a complete overhaul of the matchmaking system through the February update. Unfortunately, I realized that this option is not feasible, as it would require the same amount of time as creating a new large-scale content, which would significantly delay our update schedule. Therefore, I decided that we should start by reworking the current entry rules, deploying new types of monsters, and improving missions. The aim is to transform Cross Dimension into an exciting RVR content that offers increased fun and rewards to saviors. So at this point, I'm reading this at 6 a.m. My brain's not working. Even right now, it's 6 p.m. My brain really ain't working that well. But from what I'm saying, this is a very, very honest, and they're just saying that they can't do it right now. But that is totally fine. Just be honest about the stuff that's going to happen and what you're looking at. That reassures us that you're aware of the stuff, you're aware of the problems. You currently can't fix the problem, so it's something that we're just going to have to deal with, and we get to make our own decision to either play it or not play it, right? And it's cool that you recognize it, and I hope that they have more of a table set out for the future as to how we're going to do this. However, this does not mean that we are compromising on the content's quality due to time constraints. As briefly mentioned in the roadmap above, the old cross dimension will be replaced with new RVR content when it is ready in April. Okay, I completely forgot about that portion. So cross dimension will be gone. The new RVR content will be available in April. And here we go. March update. So now this is something super important. So I don't care if you're skipping around. Look at this portion, share it with your peeps. We need to talk about this. Maybe not the Titan, but the hero growth expansion. Here we go. In March, our update will center around battle-related content. First of all, we plan to expand the usage of Titans to make them a truly unique feature of our game. We have noticed that while Titans have a powerful and impressive presence in the early stages of the game, saviors tend to hesitate deploying them over time due to their diminishing cost effectiveness in battle. Just between that and I don't feel like waiting 500 years to have a fully operational Titan. To breathe new life in the Titan, we plan to implement a growth system for parts, each of which will be given distinctive attributes for battle so that Titans can be put to use for different purposes, depending on how you choose to level up each part. Cool. In addition to the new Titan growth system, acquisition methods for individual Titans will be overhauled, and the cost of use and maintenance will also be reduced so that all saviors can deploy Titans without feeling burdened. That is great. I don't want to sit there for 10 years and pop 500 speeds on 12 different freaking things and not go fight out in the battle. I don't want to sit there for 10 minutes, be down in the fighting because I can't quad task, I can't call shots, I can't watch flags. I can't defend flags. I can't rally flags. I can't train more troops. I can't heal my hospital. I can't get resources from bank. I can't do all of that and heal a stupid Titan. Anyway, concerning heroes, we will be working on their balance to provide a clear distinction between each hero's attributes. Furthermore, we'll be expanding the max level of heroes. As we finalize the details, we will share more info with you. Level 60 is the highest I've ever seen a hero go in any game that I've played. If anyone knows anything about Netmarble, their added heroes, someone said one of the games was as soon as they added levels to the heroes, they added gear. Personally, I don't want gear. I don't. It's expensive. If you played ROK, you know. I don't know how many people would continue playing. A lot of us switched to this game because there was no gear. Specialty items that we can apply, like maybe a ring, or, I know ROK has like a drum and a horn. Certain little things that's not gonna, that some free to play have to work towards, but they're still able to get. And spenders can get one or two by spending, $600, $700, $800. Cool. That's fine. That's workable. But you throw 7, 8 pieces of gear on a hero like ROK. I mean, let's be honest here. I've spent quite a bit of money on a video game in ROK. Probably double, but let's just say 2.5 times what I've spent in this game. Right? I'm VIP 16 in this game. I'm max VIP. And I don't have 3 full sets of max gear on ROK. If they do this here, people are not going to be happy. April. In April, our focus will turn to enhancing Alliance content. Currently, we offer Alliance content saviors can enjoy within the kingdom, but we recognize the need to introduce more Alliance versus Alliance content where saviors from other kingdoms compete against each other. True. Therefore, our plan for April will include adding RVR content, providing alliances more opportunities to demonstrate their strength in unity against their competitors with similar combat power. Awesome. Can't wait. That's going to be fun. Their alliance content such as Demon Extermination and Ruin Defense. So it looks like they're switching it up. Make Karma available, for the love of God, please. We don't know why the people want well, we do know exactly why the people want Karma. But she's not useful. Well, in my scenario, she's not useful to me. I don't use Titans. May. Our May update will revolve around enhancing kingdom content, which serves as the backbone of the game. True. In addition to the Castle War, we are planning to introduce another kingdom content of a similar scale, aiming to keep our saviors active and engaged in their own kingdoms. Our dev team is continuously deliberating and discussing specifically what type and nature of content will be most fitting and most enjoyable for our community. Further details will be shared through future notices once we are ready. In the meantime, we welcome ideas from our saviors and encourage you to share your comments with us. Pardon me, I have something just caught in my throat. Along with this, we also plan to refine the rules and balance of territory capturing, a pivotal aspect of any strategy game. As many of our saviors who are avid fans of the strategy genre may agree, I believe that territory capturing content should allow players to strategically access and capture one region after another over time. I'm going to keep reading because I don't know what they're trying to get at. While territory capturing may follow simple systematic rules, in an ideal strategy game, all Alliance members will unite to gradually expand their presence on the map, making strategic decisions on which territory to conquer and which routes to take. This approach will be more desirable as it will create a cause for battling with other alliances and provide a bargaining chip in negotiations, adding to the enjoyment of playing a strategy game. Unfortunately, when I look at the rules and balance of our current territory capturing content, the hurdle is set rather low and the capturing speed is too fast. So, while this may be faster than ROK, flag capturing, it's not totally horrible. What they should do is they should make a kingdom skill that allows us to capture flags faster, like currently where it's like 3 or 4 minutes for a full flag, and then normal time is double or triple that. That would be great. That would help. That would make sense. That makes sense. Don't just make it like an hour for one flag, because that is really, really, really bad. And you will get a lot of negative feedback. June, here we go. The June update will be more relevant to future saviors than those who are reading this letter at the moment, okay? As it will focus mostly on introducing new tutorials and improving convenience features with a long-term perspective in mind. I don't know why that took me so long to read. This update may not bring significant changes to the saviors who are currently playing the game. However, we hope that you will view it as a meaningful move in the grand scheme of things, and as the intention is to make it easier for newcomers to settle into the game. Awesome. Make it easier for people to play, have fun, and eventually catch up. That's fine. Don't make it in a month they can catch up. You know, maybe 5 or 6 months of grinding, some spending, and they don't have a horrible account. They can compete with some of these worlds who've been here for the last 5-6 months, or however long this game's been running. I think it's 5 at this point. But, you know, make it fair, make it simple. Finally, we have a preview of the December update. I'm going to try to go through this as simple and easy as I can. I know I'm already at 22 minutes. It's just a lot of content to cover and a lot to discuss. We have observed that there was some confusion after the release of the new manager's letter. So they ended up releasing this to kind of offer some support to those of us who have asked questions, comments, concerns, etc. He asked to have them deliver a apology to you, as he focused too much on explaining the key milestones of the roadmap, and it did not occur to him that his message might cause some confusion. Sure, that makes sense. So here's December. Season 2 is postponed until January 24th. We already knew that. We are preparing an update scheduled for December 14th. Don't know what that is. Let's read. Firstly, we're planning to add various events and special exchange shops to celebrate the end of year holiday. Awesome. Please look forward to this update, and they've also gotten some special gifts that capture the festive spirit of the holiday. Cool, no problem. This is very important. If you made it to this portion, let's talk about this. You guys have flamed me multiple times, but just try to understand where I'm coming from, and I am doing the same to you. I just had a back and forth with someone this morning. That is totally fine. The best thing that we can do is understand, talk back and forth, come to a conclusion. Here we go. To reflect the feedback provided by our saviors, we have been working on balance adjustments, including improving the rewards for defeating Holy Ground monsters. These improvements will be implemented to the next update. So here we go. We'll plan to add new gem rewards to the Holy Ground monsters. Okay, so you can defeat up to 30 a day. I'm going to skip on that. We're also planning to slightly increase the supply amount of speed up rewards, although it may fall short of Savior's expectations. We understand that the first wave of improvements will not completely satisfy the needs. However, we will continue to implement further improvements, adding a variety of rewards through new content. It is a start. A start. This guy just got in here. We have to give him time. We cannot overwork their team. If they can start knocking out issues one at a time, that is better than nothing, and that is better than we've had for the last 2 freaking months. We have someone who's coming in here, reading all of our content, and actually trying to save it. So, this was before, this was after. There are no gems in the before portion. Let's get that right. Now at this portion, we get more speed-ish, and we get gems. I will gladly take gems over anything else in this category, because I can use these on the VIP shop and get more. more speeds for cheaper, or we can go into the Grand Summit event for specific heroes. This is great for free to play and spenders. Who doesn't want 2,500 gems every day? Hold on. I've been doing math all day, so give me a break. That is 17,500 gems a week. That's a lot. You can do a lot in the VIP shop for that. Whatever your priority is. You want, 30 days to go and finish a thing in lab? 17,500 gems? That's going to help a lot. And I mean a lot. So let's continue. The amount of free gem rewards for reaching 100 points in daily mission will all be increased from 100 to 500. So you can get an additional 3,500 gems every single week just from doing daily stuff. Daily stuff. Doesn't take long. Send your marches out. After work, spend 5 minutes hitting some bosses. Then guess what? You throw a couple tier 1 on the train, get those out of the way, and maybe 1 or 2 other things inside of your city, and boom, you're done. You maxed it. Awesome. Easiest 500 gems of your life. Easiest $5 that you're ever going to get in your life, right? Here we go. To keep our saviors entertained until the arrival of Season 2, we're going to release the second round of Parallel World. Awesome. Anyone who has finished the first round of Parallel World is going to be eligible. That is super important. I know some of you are still in Parallel World. It would be unfortunate if you do not. But as always, I will provide as much content for you as I am personally able to do. I am taking on a much bigger role at work. So I'm going to do as much as I can for you guys. But please bear with me. I am trying. Unfortunately, we will not be able to introduce a new feature to reduce troop losses in time for the second Parallel World. Fuck. Oops. I'm keeping that in there. I don't even care. This has been 27 minutes. If you made it to this point, you can take one of my curses. I have sat here and been as PG as I can for as long as I can. I'm trying. So, overall, I think these last 2 notes have been absolutely amazing. It is more information, more accountability on their part, more of them listening, and a quicker response time to our problems from this morning. Like an hour and a half later, they came out with another response. Awesome. Cool. Please leave your comments down below. I always enjoy reading them. Let's work to get this game back on track. As soon as we know more, I'll do another update video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and check out the last video. Super important. We did a lot of testing on Lust. As always, you're more than welcome to share my channel with other people. We're approaching 300 subscribers, and I do want to do another giveaway either in December or in January, either for Christmas or New Year's. I'm not sure which one yet. Gotta take a look. First of the year, everything's always a little bit more expensive. So playing it by ear. I hope you guys are having a great day or night. I am going to end this video now. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.